leaders, and the aim of the program is for such leaders to improve their capacity for local community development. 60 participants are chosen every year, and come August, 29-year-old Abdullah Zamzuri will be studying in California on a 4-month fellowship. He'll also conduct workshops and take e-learning modules. Abdullah has been volunteering since 2005 with organizations such as Mendaki and People's Association. And once he returns to Singapore, he must implement a project at an organization he volunteers with based on what he's learned in the US. And the project will be centered on his area of interest, tolerance and conflict resolution.
I hope that I'll be able to implement a certain kind of project which will be able to encourage a better level of understanding between different cultures and religions in Singapore. And the Peace March. Peace March. Okay, we are at Santa Ana. We are going on a peace march round the block. In front of the court. For peace.
Hi everyone. The purpose of me recording this video is simply because it will help me to document certain memories of mine just in case I forget, knowing that I have very horrible memory. You're looking at me right now. I'm living in this big house. It's a very beautiful terrace house here in Irvine. It's normal. Most of the people living here in Irvine live in this kind of houses, or they live in apartments or condominiums, which are extremely expensive. It's more expensive to live in a condominium as compared to live in this kind of house. Now, just to give you a rough idea on the living conditions or the standard of living here in Irvine, this house that I'm living in, this terrace house here, would probably cost you 500,000 US dollars. A Lexus car, a GS 300, I think, will cost you 65,000 US dollars. So it's much more cheaper to actually live here in the US as compared to living in Singapore, knowing as much as the citizens, people living here in Irvine say that this is one of the most expensive cities to live in the US. So if you're a Singaporean and you're coming over to stay here, I think you're quite sad, especially if you have a lot of money. It's great living here. I enjoy the people here. The environment here is so different from as compared to Singapore. The temperature here may be as hot as Singapore at this point of time because it's summer, but because it's less humid, it is much more tolerable, and makes living here so much more enjoyable. And at night it's really cool. I love it here. I might want to come back here again someday in the near future to look into probably expanding the business or seeking other kinds of opportunities. Aside from that, the only downside about living here is that you don't have, if you do not own a car, it will be very difficult for you to get around the city or anywhere else. When driving just takes you 15 minutes, taking the public transport can take you up to 2 hours. That is before you take into account your waiting time for the public transport. Buses here comes once every hour on a non-peak period timing, and if you miss the bus, that's it. You just sit down there at the bus stop and you wait. So in many ways, then Singapore is better, but I think as a result of the efficiency that we have in Singapore is why we are paying a lot more to live in Singapore. I can assure you, any Singaporean who comes to live here, you're set for life. Life is good. Everything is wonderful. Another thing to take note of about Irvine, California, it is a city which has a lot of Asians here. So even when I'm working or studying in the University of California, Irvine, there is a lot of Asians, to the point that there has actually been a joke. There's a joke that has been made to say that UCI, which is University of California, Irvine, is actually also called University for Chinese Immigrants. So that is an inside joke which I recently caught up on when I was having a conversation with some of my friends here. I think that's about it. This is just a short video update that I really wanted to do, just to share with everyone who's watching this in Singapore or anywhere else on how is it like to be here in California, in Irvine, California to be precise. It's 15 hours slower than Singapore. So communicating with anyone back in Singapore can get a little bit difficult, especially when you are running a business and you need to get in time, you need to get your timings right. So it's really challenging actually to be here. That's all I wanted to say, and well, till the next video then. Okay, in the meantime, please enjoy the photos that I'm going to upload as well, and please keep on reading my blog, abdillahzamzuri.wordpress.com. I'll be sharing you details in writing on my blog. So that's about it, alright? Bye-bye.